Hello guys and welcome back. So in the last video we added our authentication listener in our landing screen here. So as soon as we start the application, it checks if we are authenticated, and then it sends us either to the home screen or the login screen. Okay, so that method works fine, and then we've tested. Now we are back in a home screen. So now this time we are inside the application and we are authenticated, and we can also display the image here if the user added the image while signing in the application and while adding the user details in the application. Okay, so now in this video let's make the profile screen so that we can be able to sign out and just see the user profile. Okay, so let's continue. First thing, let's go here on the main screen. Let's right click, new dot file. Let's name this as a profile screen dot. So here let's create a stateful widget. We just wait for that to load. Let's type it again. I don't know why it's not loading. All right, there it is. So let's click on it, and then let's say profile screen. Okay, so this will be our profile screen. First, let's return a scaffold like that, and then now let's go back to the home screen. Where is the home screen? Here, where we have this icon. We want to click it and navigate to profile screen, so let's do that. Here what we're supposed to do is navigate to profile screen. Let's give it a comment with UID as argument. Okay, so let's let Copilot do that. So there it is. It's navigating push named, and then it goes to profile screen, and then with the argument auth provider user model. We don't want to get all of this, we just want the UID. So let's say dot UID. Okay, let's put a now check here, and then here let's change this to our constants dot profile screen. Okay, so this is how we are going to navigate to profile screen with the argument of UID. Okay, why we are doing this? Because in the application we will be clicking in other users image to navigate to their profile screen, and then we are going to be navigating with their UID. Okay, so here you can see that we have this authentication provider. So right now when we click here, we are navigating with our UID. Okay, let's put a comma there and then save. All right, now next let's go to the profile screen. Now when I hot restart this, and then when I click here, I'm going to go to the profile screen. Let's click there. So what's this error that we are having? Okay, so maybe we don't have this route. Let's go to the home screen. So you can see that we don't have a profile screen here. Okay, so let's come here. We forgot to add that constants. Where is that? Constants dot profile screen, which returns a profile screen, not a home screen. Here, profile, we named it as profile screen, this one. Okay, so let's go back to the home screen and let's hot restart again. All right, let's wait for it to load. Now let's try to click here. Then now we are in the profile screen. Okay, which is this one. So now here let's work inside the profile screen. First, what we want to do here is to initialize our auth provider again. So final auth provider. This will be equals to context dot read. We don't want to watch this time, we just want to read. And then here let's import it. Why we need this? Because we will be, it's not all the time will be in our profile, sometimes we may be another user's profile. So instead of this, let's change it. Let's get our user model here. Okay, user model, this one, and then let's change this to maybe current user. Okay, yeah. And then next, let's get the argument. Okay, so let's just write comment here for Copilot to get for us. Get the data from the argument here, and then let's let it get it. So it's going to get this UID from that argument. So let's remove that comment, and then that's how we are getting that argument like that. Next, let's give this app bar. So let's say app bar, which says profile, and then let's give it some actions. So actions here, that's where we want to put our logout button. Okay, so you can see that Copilot is suggesting that we put this edit icon, but we want our logout button. So let's just put a comment, logout button. So we are going to let Copilot do it for us. So there, but it has put this method, it has on pressed it, it's running this method to log out the one that we haven't made. Okay, so what we can do now is first let's see if we can comment this and hot restart. So now we can see that we have this logout button. Okay, so while it's loading, let's do more. Here on the leading, let's have our app bar back button. Okay, app bar, we named as an app bar back button, the one that we created, the one which shows us the correct app bar according to the system, if it's Android or iOS. So here we're just gonna say navigator dot pop context, and then that's it. Then this title, we want to center it, so center title, this will be true. So here let's just restart one more time. Then let's go to profile, and then we have that and the logout button. Okay, and then next, now let's have a check here on these actions, because we don't want to have a logout button if we are not in our profile. So that's actually easy, because we are getting the current user, and if current user's UID, yeah, you can see Copilot knows what we want here. So let's go with it. So without going here, let's see. Here it's checking if current user is equals to this UID that we are passing, and then it's giving us on press it goes to user information, but we're already in user information here, or edit. No, that's what we want. So we want to either show this or not show it. So what we're gonna do is remove everything here up to here, and then let's get this size box, cut it, then put it after this icon, put in the else sign there, and then paste that. Okay, so now if we are current user, we want to see this. If we are not current user, we want this side to be empty. Okay, so if I hot restart, we'll still get the same result, because we are current user, we are going to see this. So let's just hot restart. Let's go there. We can see that we can see this. So the app bar is done. Next, let's give this scaffold a body. So inside the body, let's have a stream builder. Okay, because we want to show the user's current profile, this profile screen, we are going to reuse it for every time we go to the profile. We're just going to populate it with the right data. Okay, if it's our profile, we'll show our details. If it is somebody else's profile, we'll show their details. Okay, so let's have a stream builder here. This stream builder will stream the Firebase database and then show the details here according to this UID that we are passing. Okay, so all these methods of the stream builder, and then also what we did in our authentication screen, the authentication provider, that what Copilot, this code that Copilot did for us, all of these, they were coming from the documentation. That's why I knew about them. So let's head over to Firebase and then just show you how we can get the stream builder. Here I can just write a comment and Copilot will assist me, but let me also just show you guys where we are getting all this data, how we are getting the stream and everything. Okay, so let's minimize this and then here head over to this firebase.flutter.dev/document/overview. This is a Flutter Firebase documentation. Okay, Flutter Fire overview. So here, if we go on authentication, and then you can choose what authentication you want to read. So this one, the phone, is the one that we did. That's where Copilot got these methods of verifying phone number, and then also there is a verifying phone number and verify number. These are the methods that we used in our application. Okay, this is a sign in with phone method. This is how you get the credentials. Okay, so that's what was happening there. And then let's come out from authentication. What we want now is a cloud, let's say Cloud Firestore. Okay, if we minimize on Cloud Firestore here, we want to get the real-time database here. If we come back here and then real-time read and write, this is how we are getting this is not the Cloud Firestore, so let's not the real-time database. Let's close this. We are looking for Cloud Firestore and then usage here. Okay, the usage. All right, so now here there is a one-time read, which is this method. You run a future builder, and then there's a real-time changes. This is what we want now. We want to run the stream builder there. Okay, so we want to run the stream and get the user data and display it depending on the UID that we are passing. Okay, so let's copy this stream builder. Let's copy it and then go back to our application, and then we want to paste that stream here. Okay, let's paste that. So here is our stream builder here. Let's import this. Let's import that, and then here we need to provide the stream. Okay, so now what we're going to do is let's create this stream. Let's head over to our authentication provider here, and then maybe where can we create that stream? So this, after this method here, let's say get user stream. Okay, then let's see if Copilot will create it. So let's click that. So here this is a user stream. It's getting firestore.collection inside the user, and then inside the UID, and then it's getting the snapshot. Okay, this is correct, but we don't want to get from this UID. We want to get from the UID that we want to pass the UID. Okay, because this may not only be the current user. So what we're going to do is to cut this. We're going to cut this, and then here what we will do is let's create it like a method. So let's remove this get, and then here let's open up the brackets and then add the required keyword here. So here let's say required stream UID. Okay, so maybe let's differentiate, let's call it as a user ID, and then here we are going to return that stream now. Okay, so let's click on tab. So now we are returning depending on this user ID. So that's how we are returning that stream. This is a user stream. Okay, so now if we go back to the profile screen here we are going now to call, did we call it already up here? No, let's because here we're just getting the user model. So here now let's call context. Context. Okay, you can see that Copilot is getting that, but let's click tab first. So this is the stream that Copilot is getting. It's just doing it directly from here, so let's not do that. Let's do context.read authentication provide, and then remove everything here up to here, and then let's get our user stream. Okay, user stream, this one, the one that we created in our authentication provider, this. Okay, so let's go back to the profile screen. So the UID is this UID that we set on top, this one, the one that is coming from an argument, not from the current user. And then next here, so this stream builder is for query snapshot, but we were just streaming for a single document. Okay, so what we're going to do is we remove this query snapshot from here. Okay, and then once we remove that, we also need to remove this build context. We don't need it like there. And then here, instead of the query snapshot, let's stream for the document snapshot. Okay, document snapshot, because in our stream here, this is it's a document snapshot stream, not a query snapshot. Okay, so now that error is gone. And then next, so here next, now we check if snapshot.does error. We're just gonna say this word, something went wrong. Let's put a const modifier, and then also we need to put these words maybe in the center. Let's wrap it in the center widget, then put a const modifier there. Then let's remove this, and then next, this one also here, instead of this loading text, let's wrap this also in a center, and then instead of that, let's put our Seco progress indicator. Let's import that. What's the problem here? This needs to be, but let's first add the const modifier here, and then let's import this. Okay, we forgot to put brackets there. And then what else? So here now we need to get the document from the stream. Okay, from the database. So how we are going to get the data here? We're going to get the raw data and then put it in the user model. Okay, so here, if everything works, down here we are going to generate the user model. So let's say final user model. Let's have a small u there. This will be equal to, we are getting the user model the same way we got it from there. So this is what Copilot is suggesting. Let's see if it will work. Okay, yeah, of course it can't work, because here we need to do this, but now as a map. Okay, so after this data here, let's remove that exclamation mark and say as map string dynamic. Now we have a user model. Okay, now it's time to display this user down here. So this also, let's remove it, maybe just to test what can we display here. Let's see, let's remove all of this list view. So let's display a list tar. Okay, a list tar. Okay, Copilot is suggesting. Let's click on tab. All right, so now here for the image, it's showing that we get that image. For the name, and then the status here, the subtitle, we can for now show about me. And then let's close this properly here like that. So yeah, that's how we get a stream. And then let's just restart and see. So first let's go back, then let's restart. Now let's go inside the profile. Great, now we got that data. Okay, now it's time to display this data the way we want to show it properly, because here we're just showing that we are getting this data. Okay, so this data we're getting it live because we are streaming direct from the stream builder. We are not getting it from the user model. If we wanted, we can check if it is current user and just get direct from this. Okay, but if you want to get every time the updated data, if you are in your profile, we can just get from the stream, and that's what we want, because even if when we are in a profile, we want to be listening for the changes. If someone has sent us a friend request, we should know. Okay, so that's how we add our stream builder here. Next, we are going to create the UI for the profile screen. Before we end this video, let's create this method for logout. Okay, so let's uncomment it. So let's create this method. What we can do is just click on the light bulb, and then let's say create the method. So it's created in our authentication provider, and then let's go to that method, this logout. So let's create this method as a future logout, and then here let's add an async keyword, and then here let's just see what Copilot will do here. Okay, so it knows that we just need to call this await.signout, and then also it knows that we need to clear the shared preferences and notify the changes. Okay, that's all that we need to do here. So we just go await, sign out the user, and then initialize the shared preferences, and then clear everything that was saved, and then notify the changes, and then that's it. Then now back here, let's go to the profile screen. We are going to await for this method. Let's put an async keyword here. So once this is done, we want to navigate to the login screen. Okay, like that. Let's import this constant. All right, so we are having this because build context across asynchronous gap. So what we can do even here, let's cut this, and then let's wait for this to complete, to say .when completed, and then that's when we can run that. All right, so let's go back first. Something is missing there. Let's create these brackets, and then inside there we can paste that code. Okay, great. So let's restart again. Now before we end this video, let's try to log out and log in again. All right, so also if we click here, this is going to happen, but let's not do it like that. Let's create the dialog really quickly, just the one that asks if the user is sure to log out. Okay, so first what we are going to do is let's cut this method here. Okay, and then let's let Copilot create that dialog for us quickly. Okay, create. We're gonna put a comment. Okay, so it knows already. Create a dialog to confirm logout. So let's let it create it. Let's just wait. So that's our dialog. Let's go ahead and click tab, and then that method to log out is here. All right, so what we are going to do is it's still giving us an error. Let's remove all this and put what we cut from there. Let's paste that. Okay, and then before it navigates here, we can pop the dialog. navigator dot pop context, and then after this dialog pops, we are going to navigate to the home screen. Let's hot restart again, and then let's see if Copilot's dialog is okay. So let's go to the profile screen, and then we click here. There is our dialog. You can see how much faster we are coding with Copilot. All this code is been done just by it, only with this comment. Okay, great. So we're going to be moving faster in this code with Copilot. So if you guys don't have Copilot, you can see that even without Copilot, you can still move along, just copying through this code. Okay, so let's try to log out. Here I'm logging out, there I'm logged out, and then I'm back to the logging screen. If I hot restart now, it will bring me to the screen because it knows that I'm not logged in. Okay, now I'm just gonna log in again. Alright, we're logged in, and then we can go to the profile screen. If we hot restart, it will know that we are logged in. It will bring us back here. Alright, let's end this video right here. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video. In the next video, you know that we are coming to create this profile UI.